I want to call up a gentleman that I met for the first time that looked at me like, oh my God, who the hell are you? When we were standing in front of a bulldozer in front of the housing projects, and actually we were holding hands. I think we were one of the first two people standing in front of the bulldozer. And let me introduce Sam Jackson. Come on up.
Oh,
yes, come on.
Sam. Jackson.
And Sam is, Sam, like Stephanie, have become, a lot of folks are trying to make them little stars and try and perhaps take them from their roots. But they ain't going to be able to do that because these are real people. Here's Sam.
Oh, wow. Why you doing it like that?
I
I
love everybody like that.
I don't care what the dates say. I love you when you come down. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to thank everybody that I did hear. First, I want to honor my friend Stephanie Mingo. She was one of the good fighters here that actually tried to help me get off the ground. But we should know that we actually was part of Survivors Village. Now we are coming back to be engaged with Survivors Village because of the things that still happen here in the city. We figured that we need to be together. And we still, we got a lot of things to fight between the poor people, economic, the human rights. Human rights here have been violated. It's still being violated. Our federal government is not paying attention to what's really going on if it weren't from the fight here in New Orleans. Just as something my friend said earlier about the report going to Geneva, which was the fact-finding mission that the Special Rapporteur had visited here, how this all took place, that we had folks, the advisors on folks' eviction, to visit the city, to do the fact-finding mission, to bring that fact-finding mission on to Raquel, which is with the Special Rapporteur on adequate housing. So we got the report. The report had been done. The report had been issued. We only have one problem with the report, which though we called folks in to join us, to help us fight for this report to be released. It's especially for New Orleans. The report is for New Orleans. We need support behind that in order to really what I wanted to tell you is the UN Habitat is actually holding on to the report. First of all, there was what was going on, human rights, people with housing, right to return, demolition of public housing, they was all for it. So after we got the report, I was in Brazil last week to the Urban Forum. They were supposed to have presented in Brazil to our federal government, which we had 30 officials from the federal government that had visited this conference. So what happened there was, our head of department is HUD, which is Sean Donovan. In some of my DVs, he is very, very funny. We have to look for this guy, because of the things that he has been doing here in the city by coming to visit us. So what to find out is the federal government is trying to come in partnership with UN Habitat. That's why they don't want to release the report. But if we got support behind this report, maybe before it hit to Geneva, maybe they will release this report, because we can take this report and use this report here in the city, all the things that happen here in the city, our human rights, folks on the right to return, affordable housing, also jobs. We are lacking them parts right now. Them is some of the things that we fighting against right now to get to the federal government. If y'all leave, the next state that y'all visit, I would hope that y'all campaign around some of the issues that still happen here in New Orleans, which is a real good thing for the public housing residents at this particular moment. I got this poster on the board here, right here. It says support the American Disaster Recovery Act, the S 1326. Right now, that bill is held up into the Senate. It has been voted on, but we can't get that bill to release. If we get that bill released, it would help the city more. It'd be great things for the low-income folks that's coming back on the right to return. They'll have a place to stay. What this bill do, this bill will allow more affordable housing, 11,000 jobs for the whole Gulf Coast region. If we don't get it back a little attention, because this bill is supposed to expire December the 20th of this year. We don't want this bill to expire. Why? Why we don't want it to expire? Because we need an extension on this bill. You understand? If we don't get an extension on this bill, actually, we won't be able to get any more affordable housing built here in the city, especially St. Bernard, C.J. Peak, B.W. Cooper, the Lafitte. It won't get the Lafitte and the Iberville rebuilt if we lose on this bill. This bill needs some attention. I ask you folks, if you go around the state to state, please campaign on this bill because it'll help us, international and national. So I don't want to talk too much because they said that I had a big mouth. But anyway, I'm happy to see y'all folks traveling. When I heard about my friend traveling, I was happy because I said that she was bringing something to the community. And what she brings to the community is something that will get attention here in New Orleans because we are the people. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it have attention. And we're going to focus on one situation, is our human rights here in the city of New Orleans.